Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. And we have a bunch of callers on hold. I'm glad you guys didn't forget me last week. I was at my nephew's wedding in Columbus, Ohio, which was just a blast. It was so much fun. The whole clan was together, and we took Mallory up with us, our future daughter-in-law, who will be our daughter-in-law in May. And my two favorite lines from the weekend were in this order. My first favorite line was my brother John introduced Mallory as, "This is Dr. Mallory. She can fix your dog," because she's graduating from veterinary school in May, 3 days before she gets married. And then the other funniest line was Mallory was holding my grandnephew Jack, who's 6 months old, and she looked at me with this totally straight face, and she said, "I think I'm going to be a really good mom because babies are a lot like puppies." And I said, "Except you can't take them outside to go to the bathroom like you do puppies." So that was just hysterical. A lot of people, family and friends who met her for the first time said, "Well, we're really excited to meet you because we have your picture on the save the date on our refrigerator." So it's nice to meet you in person. And our son Jonathan wasn't able to come. He wasn't able to get the time off because he's using his vacation for his own wedding and honeymoon in May. But we are in serious wedding shower mode down here in the Deep South. The Southern Belle wedding shower is unlike anything I've ever seen. I've hosted a couple of them, but my dear friend Deborah is hosting this one for Mallory. And you guys, this is like over the top. We're expecting 80 guests, 80 guests at this wedding shower, and it's going to be kind of like Town and Country meets Veranda magazine shoot kind of a thing. So several friends of my best friends are flying in from all over the country and driving in, and they're all staying here at the house. So I think we'll have 8 or 9 sleeping here this weekend, which will be just a blast. And my husband Tim left town for the week. He had a business trip that just conveniently happened. And it really did happen. I mean, he didn't plan it, but he needed to go. And so I think that's hysterical that he left town. And going to be a lot of estrogen flying around this house this weekend. So really looking forward to it. Hi, Kim. I see you joined us. I'm going to put you on hold, and then we'll come back. So with that, lots of fun things going on in the Deep South. I'll post pictures and keep you posted. All right, let's go ahead and go to the phone and see who we've got. I think our first caller is Janet. Hi, Janet.
Oh, hi, Julie. Good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you. How are you, girl?
I'm doing good.
Good. Please tell everybody where you're calling in from.
I'm calling in from South Carolina, and we're also covered in pollen.
Yeah, I was telling them when we were, before we were starting the show, that it's just yellow pollen everywhere here because everything is in bloom, and it's just gorgeous. But, you know, I have a black car.
Oh, yeah.
My car will be washed before I make the first run to the airport on Saturday morning. But I thought it's stupid for me to wash it ahead of time because it's just going to look the same, you know, within a matter of hours.
I washed mine like a week ago, and it was, you know, just so I could see out of the windshield, I guess.
I know it. Well, good. Well, you got a question for me?
I did. In fact, it's kind of a crazy question, but I suffer from claustrophobia, and And for the life of me, I can't figure out why. And I wondered if it was a past life kind of thing. It doesn't matter. You got it. But I just wonder where it's coming from.
Huh. Well,
it's hard.
Janet?
It's hard to do a decompression with the chiropractor. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say I have to do these decompression treatments at the chiropractor, and it's really hard for me to get through that 15 minutes of decompression. And I didn't know where it's coming from.
Do you want me to do a past life scan real fast, and we can see if there's a correlation there?
Sure.
Okay, these are really fun. How they work is I envision myself walking down an endless hallway, and it has 40-foot tall ceilings, and the hallway is very narrow, Janet, and it has 12-inch by 12-inch mirrors that line both walls, and each mirror represents a different lifetime. So we'll ask a question, and then the mirrors that pertain to what our question is will come out from the wall, and then I'll say, show me the one that pertains the most, and that one will come out the furthest, almost as if they're on a hydraulic arm. And then I'll envision myself walking into it, and I will be shown some kind of a scene, and we'll be given what the year was, where it was, a little bit about what was going on, and we'll take it from there. So it should be really fun to see what comes up. So here we go.
Sure.
What's our question? Does Janet have any past lives that are contributing to her claustrophobia fears? How about that? Her claustrophobia issues. All right, yeah, there's a bunch of them. Okay, show me the one that correlates the most. Good for you, by the way, in using your intuition to think there may be a connection here. So I'm going in. Okay, it's really far down on the right. Going down. Okay, I'm walking in. All right, 1794. I get Brook Green, Massachusetts. And you can Google this stuff. And I had friends over for dinner last night, by the way, Janet, before I forget to mention this. And we had been on a trip to a historic site, and I had gotten some information on a woman that had been buried in this cemetery where we were. And I got the name of a town in Alabama that wasn't on Google or any of that. And one of my buddies found it in historic documents. And it was a town that was in the early, I think, late 1700s, early 1800s, and it's on a map, a Google map, a historic map that Google had put up. So, just because it doesn't come up in the initial Google search, there's a good chance that it will if you dig a little bit for it.
Sure.
So, okay, what happened? All right, you were an ironsmith in that lifetime.
I was an ironsmith?
Yeah, you were an ironsmith. So you were making horseshoes and working in a really hot barn, basically, and you felt like you couldn't escape the heat. So how does this correlate with what she's got? So I'm getting in closed space and you feel hot a lot. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that past life memory, that one little nuance, out of your energy field, Janet, and it will be interesting to see if you feel a difference. Not so much about the space, more about the combination of a small space and feeling really hot in that space, like you can't get out. When you were an ironsmith, that was your job, so you couldn't escape it. So that's what I'm getting on that one. So look up that town, Brook Green, Mass. And reminds me of Brook Green Gardens.
Brook Green?
Reminds me of Brook Green Gardens between Myrtle Beach and Pawleys Island in South Carolina. Have you been there?
Oh, no, not really.
Check that out. Yeah, check that out. Okay. Well, thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you. That was fun.
You bet. Bye now.
Bye.
Okay, let's go next to Diane. Hi, Diane.
Hi, how are you, Julie?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm just getting myself prepared for the next month, and I was checking on my aunt to see. She's still with us. She got real sick in January and February, but she's fine now.
Oh, wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Jackson, Michigan.
Okay, and tell everybody a little bit about what's going on with your aunt.
My aunt is 88 years old and has dementia. She's the last of 16 children. Doesn't understand why her brothers and sisters do not come and see her. And her husband died 5 years ago this weekend, basically. And my cousin and I have been caring for her since then. And in the meantime, my husband died, and I've had 2 weddings, and my daughter's expecting twin boys next month. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So what's your question about your aunt? You want me to check and see if she's in one of the phases of transition?
See if she's progressed. Yes, you've scanned her before.
And what did I get last time, Diane?
I think a 10.
Okay. And remind me of your aunt's name.
Lorraine.
Lorraine. Okay. The reason I'm asking all those questions is when I go in and out of different realities, I don't remember stuff as readily as if, I'm just talking to you in this reality. So if you prompt me, that will help with my memories, but I just don't remember, which is a good thing from a privacy standpoint. I don't have to worry about disclosing something, but I don't remember.
Right.
So, all right. So I'm going to connect to you in Michigan, Diane, and then from you I'm going to connect to Lorraine, and I'll see what's going on. Yeah, she's still holding in phase 10. Yeah. So what we're talking about, everybody, is the 12 phases of transition, and that's what we go through as we're dying. It's how angels and our deceased loved ones and our deceased pets' spirits are all configured around us, if you will. And phase 10 looks like, Diana, it looks like there's a circle of angels that has opened up into a straight line almost, just a little bit of a curve in it. Her parent spirits are anchoring the line of angels at her feet. She has lots and lots of other spirits that are there to welcome her to heaven. I call this the Welcome to Heaven Committee. It's like the old Welcome Wagon Committee. Do you remember those little ladies that would bring a basket to the neighborhood when somebody new moved in? And her spirit looks like a bubble that's attached to the top of her head, and a vortex has formed above her head, which will have an upward pull. So she's holding, which is not uncommon. Yeah, not uncommon. Yeah. So I hope that helps.
It does help. Thank you.
You are most welcome. Thanks for calling in. Good luck with all your fun things coming up.
They'll be fun.
Yeah. All righty. Take care. Thanks, Diane. All righty. I believe our next caller is Musa. Hi, Musa.
Hey, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Terrific. I haven't talked to you since we finished our class.
I know, right?
Yeah. Do you have magical things happening in your life like lots of other people do that were in our class?
Well, I learned a lot through the class, and I definitely feel like a new person since then. So thank you very much. It's really been a great class.
Well, good. Well, you got to tell everybody where you're calling from first, please.
Oh, yeah. Calling from Connecticut.
All right. And what, you got a question for me?
Yes. I wanted to ask you about energy cords. I forgot the name.
Yeah.
The different cords. Wanted to know if there's any unhealthy one that needs to be released.
Are there any unhealthy energy quartzes that people can have in their homes? I get a no. Are there any unhealthy energy quartzes that people can carry with them? I get a yes on that, Musa. Interesting. That's a surprise to me because it's probably, if you've got it in your pocket, it's real close to your body. What I'm getting is some of them can be disruptive because the frequency of the energy that they emit may not match what your body is used to. And so you may feel, I don't know if uneasy is the right word, but more like you just feel restless. You just don't feel calm and centered. Do you have one in particular you're interested in?
No, I wanted to know if there's any of those cords that are tied to me. I know in the past we talked about disconnecting cords.
Uh-huh.
So I figured
cords. I thought you were saying quartz, like rock crystals.
Oh, no. Sorry about that. I was actually thinking there's a name you mentioned. I think it's called biostreamers, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of like, a rose quartz little rock that you can carry in your pocket.
Okay.
So, well, got an answer to that. You didn't even know you wanted to know. How about that? Yeah. Energy cords. What Moose is talking about in our angelic attendant training, and Moose was a charter member of the angelic attendant training in the first class that we offered. We talked about bioplasmic streamers, and those are energy cords, cords, that attach us to other people. And they're ones that are lower vibration ones that you want to remove, and you can just envision a bunch of cords. They look like umbilical cords to me, Musa, coming out of your abdomen. Just envision those going out. But I leave my husband and my son's cords connected to me, and they're very big and very thick because they've been there a long time. But I clear the cords all the time, pretty much every day. I think you want to do that.
Yep.
If you can remember.
That's what I'll call for.
Yeah. Yeah, great question. Does that answer it for you?
Yeah. So you're saying you already cleared them all?
I cleared them out of you, children. Except I left your wife and your children's in there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
But we get those with everybody with whom we interact, Musa. And especially when you're doing energy work and you're talking with someone, in another area telepathically, you want to clear those cords afterward because you don't want to stay connected. Because you know how you always hear me say, I see a laser beam go from my body to your body, from my body in Alabama to your body in Connecticut. That's what's happening. It's an energy cord. It's called a bioplasmic streamer. So that's how I can connect into you and get a vision of you in my mind's eye.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Julie. Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Thank you much.
Thanks, Musa. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, you too.
All right, let's see who else we have here this evening. I believe our next caller is Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Well, hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
I got somebody. I'm hearing some voices in the background, so let me see if I can find out who that is and mute you. But go ahead, Lisa. I'm sorry.
Well, I've heard so much tonight. I have different questions keep popping up, but I guess the most important one is, do you have any insight about this facial pain that I continue to have, if it is a result of something I've done in my past life? I have not considered that.
Oh, interesting. So that's a different question than what you originally thought you'd ask, huh?
Yes, it is. Completely different.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can do that. I'll just go back into my hallway and we'll just be looking at your mirrors instead of Janet's mirrors. Our first caller. So the question is, does Lisa have any past life experiences that are contributing to the face pain that she experiences in this current lifetime? All right, so I'm walking down this hallway, and not as many mirrors as what Janet had. She had lots and lots and lots of them. You have a few, so show me the one that correlates the most. It's down on the left. Let me go down. And these stretch, Lisa, on the walls, floor to ceiling. And they're all lined up in straight, very geometrically perfect rows, which is interesting. That's probably just how I perceive it, because if I had a bunch of mirrors on a wall, I'd want them lined up properly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably just me being potty trained too early or something. But, all right, so this one that's down on the left, I'm going into it. All right, year's 1492, Holland. All right, what happened in... All right, I can see you on a boat, like a riverboat. It's low. It's different from a canoe. The sides are taller on it, and it kind of comes up on the ends. It reminds me of a Viking ship. You know how the Viking ships,
Yes.
They kind of had, the design was they came up on the bow and the stern, I guess they call them. But how did this affect you? But this is more like a rowboat, you know, for maybe one or two people in it. And you're on a river, and you're going down this river. So I see you capsizing. Oh, you capsized in the boat. And I'm sorry to tell you, you didn't make it. The boat hit the side of your face and knocked you out, and so you were unconscious and you drowned.
Wow.
So let me get that past life memory out of you, and we'll see if that makes a difference for you. This stuff's wild. I would Google that for fun, that 1492 Holland boats, and see if you can get a picture of that. This looks like a boat that would be on the canals that they have in Holland. You know, they have a lot of canals. It's very, probably high water table there, I think. And so Google that. Hi, Paula. I see you've joined us. I'm just going to mute you, and I'll come back to you. So check that out. All right, I'm forcing the past life memory out of your system, and it comes out. It looks like blue vapor that comes out of your pores. Imagine yourself like a big chia pet, and instead of bean sprouts coming out of your pores, you've got blue vapor. How's that for a visual? Yeah.
That's a good visual.
Interesting. Yeah, let us know if that helps.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. You bet. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Let's see who we have next. I believe it's Sally. Hi, Sally.
Hi.
Where are you?
Can you hear me?
Good. I hear you perfectly.
Good. Oh, wonderful. I was trying to get a question written down, and it wouldn't let me send it. The last time we spoke, well, my question is twofold. I feel like I am in the middle of a shift. And
Say
I'm
that
not
again.
sure.
You cut out. Say that again, Sally. You cut out.
I feel like I'm in the middle of some sort of shift.
Okay.
And I'm not afraid of it, oddly enough. Normally I get a little antsy. But the last time we spoke, I had asked about my friend Andy, and you said very quickly, 3 times going, that you got to just go with the flow. All is good. And I've been going with the flow. But I feel like there's a shift. I'm hoping that's a good thing. And in business, it feels like there's an opportunity drawing me to do a huge show in Texas next fall. Huge commitment financially for me, but and huge test of my business.
Okay.
So my questions are 2. Is this shift with Andy a good thing? Should I just kind of lay low? And I'm sort of not really sure what I need to do. And the same thing with the thing in Texas.
So the question is, what's happening with your relationship with Andy, and is it in your best interest to do a show in Texas?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And please tell everybody where you're calling in from.
I'm calling in from Greenville, South Carolina.
Greenville. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is connect to you. So here comes my laser beam that I was just talking to Musa about a couple minutes ago, called a bioplasmic streamer. Looks like an umbilical cord, but when it's traveling distance for me, Sally, it just looks like a beam of light, like a laser. And so, somebody, is that you moving papers around? I've got some background noise, and I don't know who that is. I'm trying to mute it, but whoever it is, if you could sit still, that would be great, because I can't figure out who's doing that, and I'm trying to fix it. Anyway, I can't. Yeah, well, now I can hear you, yeah. But I haven't been able to find you yet. So I don't know who this is. Hi. So just stay quiet, and then I'll come back to you in just a second. Okay? So, Sally, connected to you, is it in Sally's best interest to continue to be in a romantic relationship? Is that fair with Andy?
Yes.
Okay. Is it in Sally's best interest to continue her romantic relationship with Andy at this moment in time? I get a yes. I don't think you have to do anything. I think just let it flow. Sounds like it's working well. And then, is it in Sally's best interest to do a big trade show in Texas in the fall? Is that what you said?
In the fall. In fact, it would be the same time frame that Birmingham was.
Okay, so is it in Sally's best interest to do a big show in probably what? November? In November in Texas. I get a yes before the question's even out.
Great.
So you're getting 2 yeses.
Good. You just made my night.
Hope that helps. Well, good.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Great.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for calling in. You bet. All right. Take care. Bye now. Okay, so who's my mystery listener that I don't have on my dashboard?
Hello?
Can you hear? Hi. Yeah, there you are. What's your name?
Najee.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Najee.
Najee. Hi, Najee.
Hey, how you doing?
I recognize your name. Tell everybody where you're calling from.
Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia.
Georgia. All right. So I see you now. All right. And you got a question for me?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's chimed in at the same time. I was listening to it for a while. I don't even know how. That's crazy. But
what's that?
I said, I don't know how. I chimed in the same time the other lady was on. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know either. But do you have a question for me, or you were just listening in?
Yeah, I have a question. Okay,
sure.
So I was
what is it?
I was walking home, and I just felt like a heavy like spirit energy. It felt like somebody's following me as I was walking. It's like I kept hearing the steps going the same time I was walking in the woods. Like it just kept going on. I stopped, and I'll go stop. So I was wondering. I knew it was an energy or spirit. I feel like it was an answer to something. I was wondering maybe you could tell me what might have been or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were walking in the woods by yourself, and you could feel an energy with you?
Yeah, and I can hear him every step I was taking there, stepping out.
You could hear him. Oh, good for you. Look at you picking that up. I love when you guys tell me that you have intuitive, adventures. How about that as a term? Because we all are intuitive. It's just learning to develop and trust what we get. So I'm hearing lots of that this evening, which I love. All right, so I'm going to connect to you, Najee, in Atlanta, and then I will do an instant replay, like what you watch in a sporting event if you're watching it on TV. So here we go. Got you. Okay. It's a man. Paternal grandfather. Is your paternal grandfather deceased?
Yeah.
All right. That's who it was. Your paternal grandfather was with you. He's with you all the time. And see if he has anything to say to you. He's saying, follow your dreams. Are you dreaming big these days?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's how you talk to him, Najee. You can make a statement or say a question in your head or out loud. And the first thing that pops in your head telepathically, it's going to come in as a thought. It's going to be him answering you. his spirit answering you, or whoever you want. I mean, whoever you want to talk to. If you want to talk to George Washington or whoever, and it's going to happen within a second. If you think about it longer than a couple of seconds, that's going to be your brain answering you. And spirits are really literal, so you want to be as concise as you can be in the conversations you have with them, because you'll get answers, and then how we perceive those answers can affect an outcome. Does that make sense? So, your grandfather may say, wear red shoes, and you're picturing a pair of red tennis shoes, but he's picturing a pair of red high-top tennis shoes. So when you get information, then what we can do is we can refine it down. Ask other questions so that you can be as specific as you can with those. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thanks for calling and joining us.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, let's see who we have next. I believe it's Kim. Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Can you hear? I can hear you fine. How about you?
Good. Yes, I can.
Good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Please tell everybody where you're calling in from.
I'm calling from the Chicago area.
Chicago. All right. You got a question for me?
I do. It's actually about my dog, if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
So we adopted another dog about a month or so ago, and he had some health issues when we adopted him that we knew about. Mainly he has bad teeth that we're going to get fixed. But one thing is he has a lot of accidents, and I'm not sure if it's because if it's an illness or if he's just, I don't know, not trained very well. So I'm just wondering about him and about
what kind of accidents?
Just he urinates or those kind of accidents.
Well, just what I was talking about with Najee, our previous caller. I'm hearing accidents, and I'm thinking, what is the dog falling down a hill, or is he breaking bones, or what is he doing? So he's peeing in the house?
Yeah.
All right. Has he been fixed?
Yes, he was in the where we adopted him from the.
And how old do they think he is?
They estimated 6 or 7.
Okay, and they just neutered him?
I believe so. He before we adopted him, they did. 'Cause he was a little sick when he came in to the shelter.
Well, I have learned from my future daughter-in-law, Dr. Mallory, the veterinarian, almost veterinarian. She's past her board, so technically she's got that big stuff covered. She just got to walk across the stage and get her diploma at this point. I have heard from her that the longer you wait to neuter a dog, the less likely they're going to be able to be house trained. So, and there's a balance she's talked about with bigger dogs. They wait till they're about 2, but they don't want to wait much longer than that because then you're off to the races and it's tough to train them. With their indoor habits. So I'm getting that that's what's going on with him. Is he trainable? Absolutely. Is he crate trained?
I don't know. You
don't know if he's crate trained?
No, we kept him in the kitchen. When we first got him, because we have another dog, so we kept them separate for a couple weeks till we made sure that they got along, and they do. So we just kind of had him in the kitchen with the little dog fences. And we had a crate, but he never went into it.
Okay. Can you start trying to use the crate with him?
Sure, yeah.
That's what I'm getting. That that's going to be the best way for you to train him. So let's talk to him. What's his name?
Oscar.
Oscar. I love that. Okay, Oscar. So I'm connecting to you, Kim, and from you to Oscar. Oscar, can you stop peeing in the house? No, why not? Because it's easy. Okay, well, can you hold it if you're in your crate. He said he can get used to it. So even if he pees in the crate, give him some time. He's saying he can get used to it.
And is that the same with pooping as well?
Yeah. 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 He's doing it wherever he wants because it's easy.
Okay. I kind of got that sense too.
Yeah.
Does he have any hearing problems, or does he just ignore me?
I think he does have a hearing problem. Yes.
Okay.
High pitches, he's saying. Some high pitches. So, and we can talk about that another time if you want. Call back in and let's explore that. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Miss Kim. Good luck with Oscar. He's not a wiener dog, is he?
No, he's definitely a oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. He's a terrier.
Dachshund? He's a terrier.
Yeah, and he might have something else mixed in with him too, because he has kind of a long body.
Okay. I had a friend growing up who had a dachshund, and they called him Oscar for Oscar Mayer Wiener for a wiener dog, which I thought was hysterical. I thought was hilarious. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye now.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, everybody. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-770-4160. Access code 533677#. You can find this information a whole bunch of places. My website, AskJulieRyan.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage. It's there. You can download the podcast in any one of dozens of places, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, on and on and on and on, Blueberry. And it's in the show notes. It's also on a blog that I send out each week, which is a question that somebody has submitted online, and then I answer it. And in the body of the email, I have all this call-in information. When you're on my site, consider signing up for an appointment, and we'll have a whole hour to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and that's really fun, and we get a lot of information covered and can talk about a multitude of things. We can do medical scans, past life stuff, talk to deceased loved ones, scan your dog, whatever. So that's something. And then also when you're on my site, sign up for my blog, and then you can get a reminder. I also post every week on social media, so follow me at Ask Julie Ryan on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll see that on Thursday mornings, normally I'll post a little thing with the call-in information and say, okay, remember to call in. All right, this week's question came from Camilla, and Camilla lives in Perth, Australia. And she said, hi, Julie. Are you able to do a quick medical scan on my 6-year-old who has Myasthenia Gravis? She was diagnosed at 4. I would so appreciate it, as this condition is very rare, and we have no idea why she has it. Thanks, Camilla. And here's my response. Hi, Camilla. Wow, what a question. I can't even imagine what you, your baby girl, and your family are going through with this diagnosis. In order to get some information for you, I connected to you in Perth and from you to your daughter. She telepathically gave me permission to scan her. As most of you know, if you've listened to the show, I won't scan anybody without their permission because I just think it's an invasion of privacy, and I won't do it. I can do it. I just won't do it. So she gave me permission, and I went on to say the Muscular Dystrophy Association, also known as the MDA, says Myasthenia Gravis, and that is in parentheses MG, is an autoimmune disease that occurs when the immune system attacks the body's own tissues. In MG, that attack interrupts the connection between nerve and muscle, the neuromuscular junction, end quote. The MDA goes on to say, MG causes weakness in muscles that control the eyes, face, neck, and limbs, and is treatable with drugs that suppress the immune system or boost the signals between nerve and muscle. That sounds awful to me. And I'm sure they're living it. And, being on steroids as a little child, I don't think it's good for anybody. Not good. I don't think it's pleasant for anybody, let alone a little teeny kid. Okay. Although not hereditary, researchers believe genetic factors can play a role in susceptibility and that viruses or bacteria may cause myasthenia gravis. Once I got your daughter on my radar, I could see in my mind's eye that her little body was full of mold. Do you know where she could have been exposed? Your home, her school, somewhere else? Your daughter's symptoms match those of people with toxic mold exposure. 29% of us are highly allergic to mold. That would include your daughter, and may explain why others aren't having the same debilitating symptoms. The good news is I believe she can recover from this condition. To start the healing process, I energetically removed a lot of the mold. Please schedule an appointment with me, and we can do it via Skype since you're in Australia and I'm in America, so we can figure out where she's being exposed and work to restore her health. For more information about toxic mold exposure, please watch moldymovie.com, the documentary at moldymovie.com, and check out these two websites. Amen Clinics, A-M-E-N, like hallelujah, amen, Amen Clinics, and Ann Shippey, S-H-I-P-P-Y-M-D. So Google those, Amen Clinics and Ann Shippey, M-D. And if you go on my website, there's a link in the blog there for these. I've heard of this a handful of times, you guys, where somebody is misdiagnosed as having muscular dystrophy, and it's a toxic mold exposure, and that's what's going on with this little girl in Australia. So, Camilla, thanks for your question, and I hope that this gives you some information to work with. So, thanks for submitting that. All right. The other thing I wanted to mention is this is the last show in the month of March of 2019, which you know what that means. Next week, I'm giving away a free 1-hour session valued at $155. And to register for the drawings, just follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan, write a review about why you like the podcast on iTunes at Ask Julie Ryan, and subscribe to my blog at AskJulieRyan.com. And I do this as a thank you to all of you for listening, and also because I know $155 is a lot of money to a lot of people. So if you don't have it, sign up for the drawing, and maybe you'll win one, and then we can chat for a whole hour. One last thing, my angelic attendance training. We are going to do a class for the 4 Saturdays in April, and in the class, you will learn, Musa was talking about this earlier, to communicate with any spirit alive or deceased yourself, identify the 12 phases of transition from life to death, develop and validate the intuitive voice within you. And what's happening is I teach this class and leave it to go in ways that are going to serve the person with what their interests are, the student. It's kind of like teaching somebody to read. If you teach somebody to read, they can learn whatever they want by reading. My feeling is I teach somebody how to communicate with spirit, alive and deceased, keep their energy level high. That gives them the opportunity to be where the magic happens. And the life event miracles that are transpiring for people that have done this first class are really fun to listen to. So check that out on my site, AskJulieRyan.com. Just click on the training tab and do that. We'll hold enrollment through this time next week, and then we'll start the following Saturday. Okay, let's go back to the phone and see who else is with us. I believe our next caller is Erica. Hi, Erica.
Hi. Hi, Julie.
How are you? How are you?
Good. Good. Really well. Calling from St. George, Utah.
Oh, terrific. Well, you got a quick question for me?
I do. Yes. This is for my daughter. She did want me to ask you. She's in class tonight. She has been struggling for a year now on a couple of issues, and I don't know if they're related. She has weight issues. She's not able to lose weight, and she eats hardly any carbs. She eats so healthy, and she has acne, almost like rashy acne. Can you look into her?
Sure, absolutely. The first thing that came to my mind, Erica, was to have her do the biome test, the gut biome test. And if you email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com, I'll send you a link, and it's for 50% off, and so I can get you a bargain. And so do that. It's going to test her gut biome to see what's causing inflammation. Those are all symptoms of inflammation in her body. So let me get her on my radar. I'm going to connect to you and from you to her. She's very inflamed. All right, let me get that calmed down. Okay, so the inflammation is being caused by what's going on in her gut. That's where our immune system is. And she's got yeast. She's got some other stuff going on in her gut that when it mixes with the other critters in her gut, it's causing inflammation. So email me, again, Julie@AskJulieRyan.com, and I'll send you a link, and let's see about getting her that test. It's a biological test. Actually, it's a molecular test that will test the DNA of the critters in her stomach, and it will give us some information on that. That's the most effective thing I've seen in a long time.
So something like just taking like nystatin is not going to get rid of it?
Well, I think that's going to help. That's going to be part of it. But what this test does is it not only identifies critters in our guts, Erica, but it's going to give her access to a phone app that's going to say, these are the foods for you to avoid, and here's why. Don't eat tomatoes because you've got a tomato virus in your system. Stay off tomatoes for 6 weeks, and then that tomato virus will die. Here are your superfoods. Here's everything else. Eat this in moderation. Eat this plentifully. And so it's what's called personalized medicine. And instead of just saying, okay, everybody needs to eat this diet, we can say, this is what your daughter needs to eat based on what the biome is in her stomach and how things are reacting in her stomach. Does that make sense? Okay. So send me an email, and I'll send you a send me an email. I'll send you a link, and you can read about it. It's pretty fascinating. Anybody else that's listening, do the same. Send me an email, Julie@AskJulieRyan.com. I will send you a link, and it's helping me lose weight. It's helping some of my friends lose weight, and we're eating whole food. Low on the food chain. Stay away from processed stuff as much as you can. But in the meantime, let's get specific about what's going to help make her well. Okay?
Great. Okay. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I will send you that.
Good. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Good night. Bye-bye.
All righty. I think our next caller is Lori. Hi, Lori.
Hi.
Am I pronouncing your name right?
It's Laura.
Laura. Okay. I have Laure. Is that how it's spelled?
I don't know why it came across that way, but it's
I thought maybe your mama got fancy with how she was spelling your name.
Oh, no. I actually had emailed you a while back about, I wanted to know what my deceased father thought about his son now that he's gone and all the bad things that he did to me.
And all the what, I'm sorry?
All the bad things that he did to me. He's extremely narcissistic.
Okay.
And it's been a while. I kept forgetting to call.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Yeah, I do remember you emailing, submitting a question online. Okay, so here's the drill with spirits. Spirits are all pure love and light. We all attach to a human personality when we're attached to a body. And we all choose when we're born, where we're born, to whom we're born, and it gives us the basic trajectory of what we want to experience in this lifetime. So there isn't any judgment in the spirit world, and all the nastiness, the narcissistic personalities and all of that stay with the body when somebody dies. So your dad's spirit now is pure love and light, which I know is probably hard to grasp if you've been through some tough things. But whenever you're feeling really down or low or scared or angry or whatever, go from that thought into curiosity. Wonder how this is serving me. Curiosity will get you into a higher vibration level. You'll be able to receive information telepathically. All right? And then recognize that. So if you look at all the awful things that happened to you, I'm sure there have been some good things that have come out of it. Like you think about, your children and how they're going to be raised differently. Maybe you choose mates differently, maybe whatever. But I'm sure you'll be able to pinpoint some things that have been beneficial as a result of all that pain.
Well, actually, I found that the only thing that worked was to cut them all off. The whole family.
To cut off. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. So that's a benefit that's come out of that. And how is that serving you? Instead of staying stuck in, I don't want to have anything to do with my family, how do you get from that to, how is this benefiting me? You go to curiosity. It's going to raise your vibrational level. When you're in a low vibration level and you feel badly, you're on a hamster wheel, and it's hard to get off. How you get off is you go to curiosity. How's this benefiting me? And focus on that. And then that opens up other inspiration. Okay? Does that help?
Okay. A little. It just, the problem wasn't really so much my dad as my brother. And
all right.
Gets away with so much crap, and people just worship him like, the sun rises and steps on him. I don't get it.
Well, so how does that benefit you by being in that relationship with him or not being in that relationship with him?
Well, that's why I cut them all off. I just had enough.
There you go. Yeah, good. Yeah. I think we can explore this in a private consult. Just go to my site, Ask Julie Ryan, and choose a date or sign up for my drawing, and maybe you'll win, and we'll have a whole hour to dissect this. And I think it'll make a lot more sense for you. Okay? Thank you for calling. I'm going to try and get a couple more callers. I've just got a few minutes left.
Okay.
So call back in next week or schedule a private session.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet. Bye-bye. All right. I believe our next caller is Paula. Hi, Paula.
Hi. I'm okay. I hope I'm going to get better here. I'm calling about a family member. Who is my cat. And yeah, I know. But anyway, he went missing about on February the 9th, and we have searched and we've put out flyers and we've put out signs and offered a large reward, this kind of thing, and we really have no idea what actually happened. He disappeared after being outside for about 20 minutes, and I don't know if something disastrous happened to him or if someone took him. I have no idea.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you could help me with maybe figuring some things out, whether he's alive, number one, and where he might be.
Sure. Where? What's his name?
Garfield.
I love it.
I didn't do that, but my granddaughter did.
I love that. And then where are you calling from, Paula?
Dallas, Texas.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to connect into you and then connect from you to Garfield. And was he a tabby cat, or is he a tabby cat?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. That's hysterical. All right, here we go. Okay, got him. He's alive. He's still alive. He is, where is he? He's not that far. Somebody has adopted him because they thought he was a stray. Was he marked? Did he have a collar?
He always pulls his collar off. He is chipped.
All right. So have you tried to find him with the chip?
No, I didn't know they could do that. I thought I had to have.
Oh, yeah. That's why they're chipped.
What?
So that you could. Yeah, that's why they're chipped, so you can locate them.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like GPS. They can find them.
Really?
Yeah, he's not very far. I think he's within a few blocks of your house. He's living with somebody.
Wow.
He's living with a couple that's older. Is what I'm getting, or that's what I'm seeing him with. That's what I'm getting right now. But yeah, go call your vet in the morning. And do you have the papers, or do you know which vet put the chip in? They'll probably be able to locate him.
Really?
It's like when somebody steals your car and they were able to locate it through GPS.
Mm-hmm.
Or OnStar or whatever that is. Yeah, same thing with animals.
I wonder why they haven't suggested that.
I don't know.
Within a few blocks. He's heavy in and out cat. I mean, he has a curfew. He has to come in by 10 and things like that. But if he stays in the house too long, he will get a little ornery. And so I'm surprised that, we haven't just seen him out somewhere. But within a few blocks, huh?
They're feeding him. Yeah. They're feeding him and they're letting him in the house. Maybe they haven't let him out of the house. But I can see him with an older couple, a man and a woman. So call back in. Let us know what you figure out. But I get that he's alive right now. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Good luck.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. We are out of time for this week. Thanks to everybody that called in. For those of you that I didn't get to, please call in next week and I'll take you first. And for everybody that's listening, thank you for joining us in the listening mode. And consider calling in next week yourselves. It's a lot of fun, obviously, and it's fun to hear what questions people come up with. With that, I will post pictures of the bridal shower of the decade here in the Deep South on Sunday, and all the antics I'm in with all my girlfriends this weekend. And so that should be fun. Again, follow me at Ask Julie Ryan on Instagram and Facebook. Sign up for my angelic attendant training and register for the free drawing next week. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye now.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at Ask Julie Ryan and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.